Hey, what's up YouTube? Scotty Tradition. Welcome back to another video. Gonna do the September birthday shoutouts to all the Packer Team Hall of Famers that I have a rookie card of. So if you haven't seen the first part of every, I'm doing this every month for the whole year. We're into September now, of course, and gonna just kind of go through players that have birthdays in the month of September that I have. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First player on the list here from September 1st is Hank Reminger, Packers Team Hall of Famer. He was a halfback. This is from a really cool set called Lake to Lake. It was put out by Sheboygan Dairy. And basically these would come stapled to milk cartons. And if you got, I think it's if you got all of them or just with some of them, you could actually send and request a copy of the full set be sent to you. So it is an awesome set to do. I've really been kicking around the idea of actually trying to do this 61 Lake to Lake set. There's a fair amount of cards in the set. I think there's like at least 36 cards, or maybe in the set or even more. I'd have to look it up a little more closely again, but there's several short prints that even players that you've never heard of go for several $100s each. Just because I believe the short prints in that set are just so much more rare than the common issued cards. So the Greminger is not a short print. It is a standard issued card and graded mint 9. I don't think there's any graded higher. And you can look at the back. You can see you can cut along that line there, and it's got the Lake to Lake Premiums Sheboygan, Wisconsin on there. Save this trading card for exciting prizes below. But yeah, this was actually Hank Reminger's recognized rookie card in the set, so pretty neat card there. Set him up back there. And then we're going to go to September 3rd. And here is a guy who's actually not in the Packers Team Hall of Fame, but I included him because he undoubtedly will be. He's the all-time leader in scoring in Packers history by at least a couple hundred points ahead of another kicker, Ryan Longwell. And this is from 07 SP Authentic. Pretty cool card. These were numbered out of 1399. And these cards did generally hold pretty well. Take a look at the back. Pretty cool looking card there. If I remember right, I submitted this card myself and got a 10. And I think I actually submitted 2 of them and ended up selling the other one, which also got a 10. Again, these cards did hold pretty well. So, yeah, again, not in the Packers Team Hall of Fame yet, but he is the all-time Packers scoring leader, so there's no doubt that that's where he will be at some point. And, of course, he's still kicking for the Packers currently. Next on the list, we're going to do another player here from September 5th. Don Chandler. I want to say this one's Pop 4, none higher. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head with some of these. I didn't look it up ahead of time. I should have, but a lot of these I can mostly remember. And just a nice example of the card there in mint 9. You can see not perfectly centered, but fairly well centered for this issue. And really nice looking surface and colors on this one. From 66 Philadelphia Gum, one of my favorite football sets. Philadelphia sets started in 1964 and also came out in 65, 66, and 67. Beautiful card there. Don Chandler, Packers Team Hall of Famer. Next on the list, from September 7th, John Brockington. Really good running back for the Packers in the 70s. This is his 72 Topps rookie card, graded a 10. I want to say this card is Pop 4. Just a nice example. Just a little bit of a print defect right there in the E. PSA does allow for one print defect, though, and it not affecting the technical grade of the card, as long as there is no other issues on the card. Look at the back. course, he was a really good running back at Ohio State before he came to the Packers. Beautiful looking card there. Let's set him off to the side. Again, that was September 7th on Brockington. And next on the list, we have a Hall of Famer, Mr. Jim Taylor. This is his rookie card in all the registry sets and the NFL Hall of Fame registry set. Although the front of the card, that's not really Jim Taylor. It is a different player that they messed up on. I always like telling the story about this card. They actually messed the picture on the front up in 59 and 1960 and finally got it right in 61. This card right here is the card that's used for his NFL Hall of Fame set and the all-time Packers set. There's the back. Nice looking card there. And here is an example of his 61 Topps card. One of my favorite sets just because of the vivid colors. And a lot of times you get print defects on these down in the black and in the red, little fish eyes. This card, I don't believe has much of that going on. You can kind of see just a little print defect right there, ever so subtle. And another one right by his knee there. These cards are pretty much almost impossible to get PSA 10s on. So 9's about as good as you're going to do. And then you throw that, you combine that with the blue borders on the back. It shows chipping really easily and almost impossible to get a 10 on those. So this is in 1961 Topps when they finally got the front right. And that's actually the real Jim Taylor. Moving down the list, Jim Taylor was September 20th, so that's actually in 2 days from now. Next on the list is September 24th. KGB, Kabir Baja Biamila. He was a great running back for the Packers. Running back. Did I say running back? He was a defensive end for the Packers. And just a beautiful card there. He's number 2 now, I believe, in all-time sacks behind Clay Matthews. But Gem Mint 10 on that one. These are out of 800 only, SP Authentic. And I have barely seen 2 or 3 of these in 6 years, even raw. This one I bought raw and submitted myself and got the 10. So they just don't come up for whatever reason. Not sure why on that, but very strange that you don't see them raw. And next on the list, September 27th. Ken Ellis from a very top 71 Topps set. This is his rookie card. This is an incredibly hard card to get in high grade. There are no 10s and there's only one 9. And then there's a slew of 8s, and this is an 8. Pretty nice looking example though. Take a look at the back. He was a corner secondary player for the Packers in the 70s. Nice card there. And last on the list, one of my favorites and a very hard card to find in high grade. September 30th, birthday, Buford Ray, 1948 Bowman. Those of you who collect this set know that this is the last card in the set, and it's also a short print. And because of where it was in the cutting sheet, they're pretty much all off-centered for the most part. Every now and again you see one that's not, but this one, of course, is no stranger. It's definitely off-centered. Graded a 7 though. Pretty nice looking example considering most of these look like they're run through bicycle spokes and off-centered and a short print. So you don't see these very often in this particular grade. In fact, this is the only 7 I've seen for sale that wasn't a part of an actual set, like selling an entire set, in probably this whole 6 years I've been working on the set. So there's a couple 8s that sold. There was one 8 that sold, I think went for $4,000 or $4,500 earlier this year. And then there was a 9 I think that sold for several thousand as well, either late last year, early this year, if I remember right. These here, I think I got this one for about $1,500, but they can go anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800. they just sell so infrequently that you just don't see them come up. So you can pretty much throw prices out the window. If you need the card, you need the card. So, Buford Ray, rookie card, short print from a Tough 48 Bowman set. So that is it for September. Thanks everybody for watching. These are my favorite videos to do. Appreciate you watching, and feel free to go back and watch the other ones from January through September. You guys have a great day.